Welcome to the YouTube. I hope you're doing good. This is your daily market outlook for today, which is the Wednesday, the 12th of March. I almost said Tuesday. So yeah, this is your daily market outlook. Today we're going to be going over the major pairs and also some cross pairs as well. Feel free to get involved in the comment section below if you've got any questions. Obviously, if you got any ideas as well for myself and this YouTube. So yeah, man, feel free to obviously participate in that. And before we do get involved in the charts, I just want to let you guys know that this content on the channel is for educational and informational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor, and nothing shared in these videos should be considered financial investment or trading advice. So obviously understand that everything involved in trading is, a risk, and you should always conduct your own research before making any financial decisions, and obviously understand as well that any performance discussed does not guarantee future results. So you are responsible for your own financial decisions. So let's get straight into the meat. Did they say the meat and gravy? Is that something to say, or the nitty gritty or something? But anyway, same thing. Okay, starting off as always, let's just have a look at the news. So you'll be able to notice that today, we've obviously got major news coming up. We've got CPI at around 0.5 for the US dollar. So again, expect volatility inside of the markets. Obviously, if we look at the markets, you'll notice that the dollar has been consolidating pretty heavily in a demand area, which we'll cover in a second. So CPI should give us some movement away today. So again, understand that if you're trading today, make sure that you are trading with risk, because obviously CPI, the fundamentals, is extremely important to obviously move the markets. And then obviously we've got Canadian dollar news around 245 and 330 as well. So yeah, keep an eye on that. If you ever want to look at news, go to forexfactory.com and keep an eye on the news. The red folder is obviously where it's high impact. Orange folder is also, medium impact, and then the yellow folder is just general news during the day. Okay, let's get straight into the chart. So as we talked about the past couple of days, we're inside of this daily demand area, and we've also got this daily range. So our daily range is from this lower high to this lower low. As mentioned yesterday, yes, we have all of this, which does have a lot of imbalance, as you guys can see. So we do expect the market to eventually retrace, to fill in this imbalance. And then, obviously we want the structure to carry on. We'd expect the market to continue downwards. I do have a supply area, which is this supply area here. So we're going to be interested to see if we can get into that deep part of the range. But also understand that where these wicks are valid supply areas. So we could, either react from one of these and carry on downwards. So make sure that you guys understand that as well. Now, looking at the demand area that we're in, you'll be able to notice that, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now obviously into the fifth day, this has just been consolidating, very, very consolidated. So again, understand that we're waiting for CPI basically, and CPI is either going to push it down or CPI is going to push it back up. So we've got to be prepared for that. As you guys can see, very consolidated. As we always say, when we have consolidation, sorry, that was awful. When we have consolidation, eventually you're going to get a big move out, and that will create a new demand, or obviously vice versa supply area. So that is pretty much it from the dollar. I've got nothing on the 4 hour. We need to wait for, like I said, then breakouts of either side to then make a decision on obviously what we want to do. And it's pretty much the same for the other, US dollar pairs as well. So we quickly go to, Euro USD. You'll be able to notice that obviously we've got our daily range from this higher low to this higher high. Obviously, we've had a lot of movement up. So eventually, as mentioned, we do expect the market to retrace eventually to fill in the rest of this imbalance that we have in the markets. So we do eventually want to see that happen. So that's what I want to see from CPI. I want to see CPI come in lower if possible, fill in this imbalance, and then potentially make the move to continue upwards. That would be my main thought. Now, as you guys can probably see, we are in this 4 hour supply area and daily supply area, and we've also wicked above to take the high. As we already know, the markets, the institutions, after doing two things, after seeking liquidity and also rebalancing the market. So that's the way that I always understand. That's what this here will be. A high. This is liquidity. So again, as you can see, we punched up. Can we now see that movement down below? So as you guys may know, I'm not going to take any trade ideas, just because of CPI, and obviously I just don't want to get in any sort of trade ideas from these areas while CPI is on, because we do have a lot of, like I said, imbalance below, a lot of market that needs rebalancing, and a fresh demand zone down here as well. So looking at this currently, you can be able to see that we are in this range from this 4-hour higher low to this 4-hour higher high. Of course, if he was, naturally going to carry on, it would be looking to see something like this from this demand area. This just missed out on this demand area that I mentioned to you guys, I think, on Monday. But of course, I had it refined. If you guys had the demand area from the actual last candle, you could be able to notice that that's where we did react from. So again, pretty clear. Yes, these are valid demands. That's a valid structure. But I just think, for me personally, I will be looking to buy just right now on here, because we do have CPI today. So that is just my opinion on that. And it'd be pretty much the same for GBP USD. So you'll be able to see with GBP USD, we're in this daily supply zone still. When this daily supply zone, we still have our daily range from this higher low to this higher high. Again, same scenario, a lot of imbalance to fill. So we do expect the market to retrace eventually to fill in this imbalance, and then hopefully go and, carry this trend on upwards. So looking at where we're in this daily supply, and that's why we're consolidating as we speak. We're waiting for, like I said, CPI to happen. So we should get some movement today. Again, same with EU, same with any other pair, either up or either down. We're expecting, volatility to come into. What I would like to say, and what I would like to see, should I say, is of course the markets be fluent, and obviously I'd love to see this rebalance and then just carry the trend on upwards, rebalance and then carry the trend on upwards. So of course that would be my preferred prediction for the market, should I say. So in regards to that, that's the daily, and then we obviously have this 4-hour. So you'll be able to notice that the 4-hour did take out all of these lows. I think, was it Monday or Tuesday? It did take out all of these lows, we tapped in below, and then we moved on upwards. So of course, from a technical standpoint, we expect the market to just carry on upwards from here. But understand that fundamentals outweigh technicals when we have CPI. So again, just be very, very careful and very aware if you are looking to buy from here. Not to say that it's not going to happen, but obviously just understand that a possibility with volatility that we could just see, something like that. So that's for GU. NZUSD. So NZUSD, I said it yesterday, that was in this daily supply. We had this daily range from here to here. This is our daily change of trend. And I obviously mentioned yesterday that we tapped into this 4-hour supply, so let's just drop down. And which we obviously did last week. And then we had this movement away, tapped into this 1-hour supply, which I mentioned as well. And then we had this 4-hour break of structure. So as mentioned yesterday, we wanted the market to retrace into this 4-hour supply area, which we have done. Again, I think the market could still punch above, using this as liquidity, and then potentially see that market move down. So that's something that maybe I am expecting. But also, I'm not going to go into the lower time frames, but also understand that, the market could just move away from this area because we have mitigated this 4-hour supply. So for me, if the dollar is obviously, we expected the dollar to potentially go up, then of course we want NU, AU, GU, EU to go, down. So that is my main thoughts. But as you guys can see, the 4-hour ranges from this lower high to this lower low. So keep an eye out on that as well. USD CAD, we had some beauty moves yesterday. Not I missed it. We didn't get this area here. Obviously mitigated with this imbalance. I was looking for buys up in here. And obviously we didn't get that. So then we had another break of structure. And as you guys can see, the market retraced as always into this 4-hour demand, filled in the imbalance, and then we had this movement away. So I think if you guys, hopefully some of you guys who have been a bit more experienced and you watch me for a while, hopefully you guys may have got that. If we just put that there, let's see what it could have been. Yeah, nice trade. That would have been a 1 to 4.8. Of course, if you would aim for the high, would have been around a 1 to 3. So yeah, man, hopefully you guys seen that and managed to get in. If I just look at it from a 1-hour standpoint, you can be able to notice that we are moving away from this area quite beautifully as well. So taking the low, mitigate this area, and we're moving away from here. So let me just go back to the 4. Yeah, sorry, I just got that completely wrong. My apologies, this didn't count. So you would be, let me just put this at the low, you would currently be around a 1 to 3.4. Yeah, triggered us in, and the market obviously tapped to 1 to 3.4 at the moment. Sorry about that. I'm half asleep still. So yeah, again, if the dollar's going to go up, we expect, potentially this to just carry on upwards from here. So again, that is what we want to see from USD CAD, USD CHF. I mentioned to you guys, he had a nice clean area yesterday for you to take a look at. You'll be able to notice that we're in this daily range from this daily lower high to this daily lower low. And I obviously mentioned that, we're in this daily demand area here, and we were slowing down. So again, that tells us a lot that we could see potential bullishness happen from here. So going to the 4-hour, you'll be able to notice that yesterday I mentioned the change of trend. So you'll be able to notice that, downtrending, the market then, slowed, consolidated, and then we had this breakout, this 4-hour change. The market then retraced into this 4-hour demand, and we had this movement away. So yesterday was quite a nice setup. If you would have took from the top of the demand area, you stop loss below the low, you would have obviously only hit like around the 1 to 1.5. If you would have aimed for around half of the area, you would have managed to get yourself around the 1 to 3, 1 to 4, which I guess is pretty clean. Nothing clear for me right now. Again, it's CPI. I'm waiting for some sort of movement to happen. Let's say we get a break, then we can obviously participate in, this carrying on upwards. But from a 4-hour standpoint, understand that this is a 4-hour lower high and this is a 4-hour lower low, and this area, pardon me, is a 4-hour supply area that we could potentially see the market retrace and then carry on downwards from here. So just be aware of that for USD CHF. So that is pretty much all the majors. We're currently coming into this supply area for USD Japanese yen. Let's just quickly look at the daily time frame. So daily time frame, you'll be able to notice that we've got our daily lower high, daily lower low. Let me just zoom this in. Daily lower high, daily lower low. You'll be able to notice that. So obviously, we expect the market to, once we create a new lower low, retrace, and then obviously carry this trend on downwards. So we're looking at it from a daily standpoint. We're obviously expecting the market to eventually retrace, which it is doing, and then carry the trend on. So if I just go to the 4, and we look at the 4-hour, you'll be able to notice that, where's it gone? We'll be able to notice that obviously we've had clean 1-hour supplies, which we've mitigated. Now this is our fresh 4-hour supply area. So for me, from a structural technical standpoint, we expect the market to, just carry on downwards from here. And that'll be my preferred prediction, if you want to say. Obviously, we've got our 4-hour lower high and our 4-hour lower low. So yeah, man, keep an eye out on that. Obviously, if you guys, what I'd advise is if you guys are waiting for a change of trend on the 1-hour in this to then look for a sell, that would be a good idea with it being CPI. So that's what could potentially happen as well. So yeah, man, that is the majors. Hopefully you guys got some knowledge, and then I'm just going to flick through some of the cross pairs. I am in GJ. I think I mentioned it on yesterday. You'll be able to notice that obviously we're flying currently. We didn't get a retracement down into this 4-hour demand. So if we look, obviously we had the 4-hour change of trend. I expected the market to retrace, which I mentioned to you guys, and carry on upwards. we didn't quite get that. And obviously the bullishness is just taking over as we speak. So pretty decent trade so far. If what would we be up around right now? 1 to 3 right now, which is amazing. And obviously we are hitting this 4-hour supply area. So I'm hoping and praying that this bullishness just carries on from GJ. From GJ, let's hope for me. Pray for me, guys. No, there's no praying. There's no praying. Praying doesn't work with this skill set. But yeah, you can see order flow is quite, clean, and we're just hopefully going to carry this upwards. So if you look at where we're currently at, if we do get the retracement, I'd expect the market to hopefully retrace in between this area here, which would be a 1-hour demand area, or we've got a load of imbalance below here, so it could even just come into this area as well. So yeah, that's something to basically keep an eye on, obviously. Okay, amazing. So that's GJ that I'm in. I'm not interested in taking another position on GJ. GBP CHF, if you look at where we're currently at, you'll be able to notice that, of course, the market, we created a new higher high and we got this higher low here. So obviously we had this 4-hour change of trend, which we talked about yesterday. So with that being said, 4-hour change of trend, where did we trace to? This 1-hour demand area. Let's just quickly go to the 1-hour. This 1-hour demand area, and then we had another break of structure here, and we're currently in this demand area as we speak. Now let me just quickly draw this out. So that's another 4-hour break. So with this being here, let me just quickly drop down to 30 and 15 minute. We do have a fresh supply demand zone here as well. So for me, just looking at this, we're either gonna, move away from this, or we could come down into the lower parts here, which is another, let's just put it as 15 minute, and we do also have the imbalance as well. So understand that with this, yes, we can move away from this demand area that we're in. But also understand that we could just use this area here as liquidity. Yeah, keep an eye out on that and make sure that you guys are aware of that as well. If we look from a 15-minute standpoint, yeah, obviously, let's see, we can get this, and then we can look to just, continue this trend on upwards. So that's GBP CHF. Let's flip through. I think we got AUD, Japanese yen, which, as we talked about yesterday, we took this low from the demand area, and now we're moving away from here. If I just cut this in half, you'll be able to notice, if I let's just drop down to the 1, you'll be able to notice that we had this change of trend, and then we had this mitigation happen here, moved away again. I wanted the market to obviously retrace into this demand area, which we've not currently got as we speak. And we're just bullishness right now. So either way, we could retrace to this area to fill in this imbalance, or we could just simply, carry on from this level of demand area. If the bullishness doesn't want to stop, and we're just going to carry on upwards, we could obviously just carry on from here. If we don't, we could use this as liquidity, and then we could see the market retrace and then carry on upwards. So interesting day with CPI to see what's going to happen. And then I think we had NZ Japanese yen as well, which gutted, man. Missed me, literally just missed me. If I just quickly go to the 4, annoying, man. Like I had these, I had obviously the pending set, but it is what it is. You can't win them all. I was trying to be refined with the entry, so you'll notice that if you look, obviously by the imbalance, we tapped in below, we moved away. I thought that was going to be early inducement, and then I thought it was going to tap me in, and then move. But again, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, man, obviously same scenario with NZ Japanese yen. We obviously have this fresh demand zone below here as well, and then we also have this area which we could just tap into. So again, same scenario as AJ. We either are going to carry on upwards from here, or if we do, we could obviously retrace into this and then see the market retrace. Carry on upwards from there. But yeah, that is pretty much it from today. Obviously, you guys know we have CPI as I've mentioned. So again, just please make sure that you girls and boys are basically trading safely. Make sure that you're obviously understanding that the markets are going to move quite a bit today with CPI. So if you've got technicals can go out the window sometimes if you're trading. If fundamentals is obviously happening. But other than that, guys, I appreciate you as always. If you want to stay connected with myself, my Instagram and also my Telegram in my bio on YouTube. So if you go over to my channel and basically drop me a follow on Instagram and add yourself into my Telegram, we can stay connected via them socials. So other than that, take care and God bless.